Hey guys. Well, what do you want? Like imagine, imagine like you just click on this video and it's just like, what are you doing here? Like, who invited you? Here's one reason why you should do it. You look better. Your skin, your health, inside and out, you're more chiseled, your features can show because you're not bloated and have all this face fat. I mean, look at the picture from me when I was like, 2-3 years ago, and I changed my diet to now where I just cut sugar, carbs out of my diet, and things are just completely 180, right? Completely transformed. My energy is just consistent now. No crashes, no I'm gonna go into a food coma and have a little snooze. I'm not getting tired throughout the day. The only times I'm tired is when I'm at night time and I'm about to go to bed, you know. So it's really good. You gotta eat more meat, eat more eggs, and less of whatever the other crap you're eating, you know. Seriously, simplify it. Doesn't have to be that complex, you know. There's a few videos that I talk about the specifics, like the meat you got to get, even the raw honey you got to make sure it's raw, and stainless steel pan and all that good stuff. Alright, so hope this video helps. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. We're almost at 400 subscribers. Let's keep going, and I've got a lot more topics to cover, a lot more exciting things in this new year, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Do you even want to quit eating sugar, eating all this junk food, eating bag after bag, all these lollies, all these chips, all these ice cream? I mean, they taste great. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of fallen off now. Like, if you're poisoning yourself with all this garbage food, you better be enjoying it. Otherwise, what is it all for? You're just harming yourself for no reason. You don't even like it. You're just addicted to it. Like, what is that? No more. It's done. That's it. It's out of you. It's out of your life. It's out of your day. It's erased from your memory, out of your identity. Get an eraser, rub it out. That's just not you anymore. You're not into that stuff anymore. You're eating other stuff now. You're eating more meat. You're eating more eggs. You're satiated for longer. You're getting all the nutrients your body needs to thrive and to be healthy and to have sustained, consistent energy levels instead of like this and crashing from all this sugar and carbs and all this garbage. You know, you're not gonna have any cravings if you eat more meat and eggs. You're not gonna be thinking about it every single time you get a little bit hungry, you have these cravings. You're not gonna be thinking about it and be like, oh yep, there's a bag of chips in the pantry, in the cupboard, in the kitchen. So first thing, more meat and more eggs. Second thing, get it all out of your house. Get it out of the pantry. No junk food in the pantry, in the kitchen. Just get rid of it all, because if it's out of sight, out of mind, and it just takes one extra step to get it back, to buy it again from the shops or whatever, it's gonna help you a great deal. Removing all the bad stuff, replacing it with the good stuff, and you're gonna be in a better position. Now we understand. We want to get over this addiction. All right, we've established the goal. Second, we've got the system, the steps needed to actually achieve that goal. We've got the system. Third is the identity change. You've got to have it in your mind. The mentality change, that isn't you anymore. You're not eating junk food anymore. And it's hard, I know. Because last year, I was addicted. And I'll be honest, they just weren't hitting the same. Like, I don't know if it's if you guys can relate to this. This is a little bit off topic, but I'll just go on a little bit of a tangent on my own experience. I don't know if they've changed the recipes, if they've changed the ingredients, the quality, they've skimped out on something, but the junk food doesn't taste the same. It tastes all like chemicals. I don't know if it's because if you have a little bit of a break from junk food and then you come back to it, it's like, whoa, what the hell is all this? You know, or they've actually changed the recipes, but they just don't taste good. So it was a lot easier to quit because, for example, Doritos, even though I wasn't eating that much Doritos, or I wasn't a fiend for it or anything, like Mexicana Doritos, like that really goes hard. But they changed something about it. They changed the recipe, and when you change the recipe, it's like it's not the same product anymore. It's not the same thing that you know and love from your childhood, that you've had that you've eaten for so many years. So when they change it, it's just like it's not even the same thing anymore. So it's easy to drop some things. That's at least for me. That helped a little bit. But eating more meat and eggs, and understanding that this is disgusting, this isn't you, and this is no longer part of your life, you know, because it can be hard because everyone else around you is fine with eating this stuff, eating junk food, eating crap all day, and so you might feel a little bit weird about, you know, being all healthy, like, oh, this guy's all healthy now, you know what I mean? Who the fuck cares what anybody thinks? You're doing it for yourself and your future, and that's very honorable. So make it part of your identity, stay consistent, and I hope this helps. Like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this. We're almost at 400 subscribers. Join the community. There's more videos coming every single day. Lots more topics to talk about, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. How to beat sugar addiction. What I want you to do right now is to understand why you want to quit. Are you frustrated and disgusted with yourself? Because I was, when I'd eat bags and bags and bags of lollies and chips and all this stuff. And it was good for a moment or two. It was good, but I ate in so much, more than enough for my lifetime and the next. You know, you got to get to a point where it's like enough is enough. I'm an adult now. I'm a kid. I've got better things to do. I'm not a kid anymore. There's more important things. So you gotta have that mental shift. I don't care what anybody thinks. If everyone in your entire circle, family, whatever, eats all this crap, you gotta make the difference. You gotta make the difference, not for them, but for you and your future. So let's get into some methods and strategies in order to actually really help with that addiction. Just get it out, boom, cut it out of your life, boom, like that. Firstly, get it all out of your house. If you can, just get it out of your house, out of sight, out of mind. And it adds one extra step for you to like go to the shops or whatever to buy it again. Just get it out of your house, get it out of the pantry, get it out of the kitchen. Secondly, you've taken this garbage out of the house, out of your life, out of your diet. Now you got to replace it with something good. More meat, more eggs. I want the meat grass-fed, grass-finished. Steaks, whatever the meat is, all right? Eggs, you want them pasture-raised, orange yolks, because that's when the chickens are out, you know, eating their bugs and whatever they eat naturally and out in the sun. It's a lot healthier, a lot more nutritious. If you have like a sweet tooth like me, you can have raw honey. Make sure it's not heated during the extraction process, because they heat it during the extraction process to make it easier to extract the honey. It damages the honey, so they might slap the label on the jar that it's raw, but it's actually not. I get mine and it says cold extracted, so it's not heated. So be careful with that. And if you eat that every day, you eat more of that, you know, you're not going to have these cravings, because whenever you're hungry and you have these cravings, your body's signaling that you need nutrients, right? But for some reason your addicted brain is thinking about the sugar in the pantry, the sugar item, the junk food, the chips, the ice cream, whatever it may be in the kitchen. Your brain automatically thinks it was that instead of a nutritious juicy steak, you know. For some reason, that's just how the addiction gets you thinking about this stuff. But what I can say right now, ever since I've come off all this stuff, is that your brain actually doesn't think of it anymore. When you crave this stuff, your brain doesn't think about it. Now here and there I might think of, oh, it would be so nice to have a pizza or nice cold Coke or something, but it's not that strong. it doesn't have that grip on you anymore. Because it's different if you just stop eating that stuff and you're hungry all day. But if you eat meat, eggs, your body's getting every single nutrient that it needs. So it's not going to send out those signals as much. And slowly as you do this, you're going to completely phase it out of your life. And even if you do have, a solo here and there or whatever, it's not going to, one, it'll remind you of like, oh wow, this stuff tastes like crap. Like what happened? Like when you have a massive break from fast food or whatever, like when you go back to it, it's like, whoa, it's like a totally different product. It's like almost gross. It doesn't taste like chemicals. So strange. But when you do have it like here and there, whatever, it doesn't affect you the same. It doesn't have that grip and grasp on you like it did before in the past. So phase it out, change your identity. It's not you anymore. That's it. It's gone. I don't care what peer pressure, who's doing it in your life. I don't care if they think you're weird because you'll be, oh, he's healthy now. What is this guy? He just drinks water. What the hell? Like, who cares, man? You're doing it for you, your health, and your future, and that's what fucking matters. So get to it. Hope this helps. This has helped me a lot, and this is the things that I've done to help me beat this addiction. So I hope it helps you guys, and I hope you can relate. Like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for all the support in the comments lately. We're almost at 400 subscribers. Join the community for more, and I'll see you next time. Peace. What's up, guys? Currently, I've got the stomach bug, and just now it's getting better. I've been pooping myself constantly. So right now I've got a little bit of energy, so I love to talk about sugar addiction again and get into that. And I'm going to talk about a bit about my experience with sugar addiction. So I've been eating, like, it was big when I was younger. When I was a kid, I had like a basic Mediterranean diet, meat, potatoes, etc., etc. But I'd had my chippies, popcorn, ice cream, lollies. I love the snake, the snakes, the jelly snakes, the jelly lollies, all that good stuff. But I did my best. I stayed away from soft drinks mostly. Soft drinks was one thing I didn't really ever have, to be honest. Like, obviously once in a blue moon. Same with fast food, once in a blue moon. Pizza I had often though. That was like probably the one fast food that I'd actually have, mostly out of all that, in that sort of category. But that was just throughout the years, and like anytime I had a craving, obviously my mind would go straight to the chips, straight to the lollies. And it also becomes a habit, a routine, where just after you eat, right, after you have dinner or whatever, then you can just have some snacks, have some lollies, obviously, your parents tell you not to have it before because it's going to spoil your appetite. But I had that for years, ever since I was a kid through high school and all that stuff, and even during my early 20s and up until now. I think this last year I cut it out of my life completely. And I'll bring up some photos of what I looked like a few years ago, just a few years ago, and what a bloody difference it makes. And here I am sitting down here with a stomach bug, just recovering after just pooping myself multiple times a day, every day, sick, dehydrated, and how do I look better than when I was just eating that old diet? And all I've done is just I've just cut, right? Get this right. I've just cut out sugar and carbs out of my diet. And it's like, wow, how did I look worse than when I'm literally have a stomach bug right now, and have been. Yeah, you don't need the details. You know what I'm talking about here. It can get bad. It can get messy. It can get violent. But yeah, just eat more meat and more eggs, because when your body gets all the nutrients that it needs, it's not gonna send out those signals, those cravings. And when you do crave something, because you have that taste of sugar, and you have it almost every day or every week, it's just like a habit and an addiction. And your brain straight away, for some reason, goes straight to the kitchen in the cupboard with all those junk foods, chocolates, ice creams, lollies, whatever it may be. Your brain thinks of those things, that sugar craving, for some reason, when it should not be the case, like naturally, because there's no nutrient value in those things. It's just poison. Instead of salivating over a nice juicy medium rare steak, mmm, mmm, like that's what we should be craving. You know what I mean? That's what we should be craving. If you don't crave a juicy medium rare grass-fed, grass-finished steak, then you got mental issues, bro. You need to sort that shit out. But yeah, have more meat and eggs so your body doesn't send out those signals. You're getting all the nutrients that you need. If you have a little bit of a sweet tooth, you can always have raw honey. I like to have raw honey that isn't heated during the extraction process, because that heating process damages the honey. So the one I get, the jar, on the jar it says cold extracted. So because they slap the label raw honey on it, but doesn't mean it's raw. So I go for that raw honey, and I just get a wooden spoon, because apparently the metal spoon, like, it doesn't taste as nice. You can kind of have that metallic taste, but also it kind of messes with the honey apparently. But I use a wooden spoon, and that goes great. Tastes lovely, tastes awesome. When you find that raw honey, it's so much better than those like plastic bottle, those ones you just squeeze, like the ones that we used to have. It's like God knows what's in it, just sugar and other garbage. Tastes a lot better. And having it with the wooden spoon, I have a big wooden spoon because I don't have a small one, but that I just stick it in there, and yeah, and away you go. So I hope that helps. That's gonna help you prevent these cravings and be healthier. And you're basically cutting out all this bad stuff, but you need to also replace it with some good stuff, because you're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be craving stuff. So you want to be satiated. You want to be full, and meat and eggs are gonna do that. And of course, the meat's got to be grass fed, grass finished, and the eggs, you want them to be pasture raised. You want the yolks orange. You know what I mean? They want, because the chickens have to be out in the sun and eating protein and what they usually eat out on the grass, for it to be nutritious and healthy. But yeah, I hope that helps, guys. That's what I've done in my life, and I speak from experience, and that has helped me greatly, and it has affected my health inside and out, and I want the same thing for you. So get to it. I believe in you. Have a good one. How to stop eating sugar right now. Now, I speak from experience when I say this. I speak from experience. I practice what I preach, and everything on this channel, I always speak from my own experience and how I actually overcame these barriers, these challenges. And so I've got a few methods and strategies on how to stop eating sugar. And so a way of thinking about it is that addiction, right? It's when you're hungry and when you're craving something, you automatically think in the kitchen, all the chippies, the junk food, the lollies, the ice cream, the biscuits, whatever it may be, whatever your weakness is. We all have one. I certainly do. But what worked for me, from my own experience, and what made it really a lot easier to beat, is understanding what's you're actually eating, and cutting it out of your life. Just got to make that switch. But when you cut it out of your life, you need to replace it with something better. And so that's why on this channel, with all these videos I make, I'm always suggesting eggs and meat. And there's a few reasons for that. One, it gives you the nutrients that your body needs, so you're not craving for those sugary items, because we're addicted. We always, when we have those cravings, we think of those things, the sugary things, even though it doesn't have any nutritional value. But the meat and the eggs has everything that our body needs, and so we feel satiated and fuller for longer. So by cutting out the sugar stuff and replacing it with some good nutritious food, now we're in a better spot. Now we've educated ourselves and actually had some steps on how to actually beat this. Because just cutting it out and just trying not to eat it, it's too hard. Because when you have these cravings at the start, it's very hard to beat. And believe me, it took me a long time to beat this. It took a long time to stop eating junk food, because when it's become part of your life, when it becomes part of your habits, it's hard. And especially when you are addicted to it, and it's the only source for you to feel good, or you know what I mean, that sort of thing, when you're eating your feelings or whatever. When you have that meat and eggs, what happened with me at least was slowly, when I did have a craving, it wasn't as strong. And if you do have a craving and you just had some meat, eggs, then the craving goes away because your body's getting used to it. And as you do this again and again and again, it just gets easier and easier and easier. And boom, before you know it, you've phased it out of your life. So we're substituting it, we're getting the meat and we're replacing it with the sugar items. Beautiful, awesome. Because sugar, all these lollies and stuff, no nutritional value, it's just poison. But if you get some grass-fed, grass-finished steak, boom, bring that in, beautiful. Cook it on a steel pan, beautiful. If you want me to go more in depth on how to actually cook this stuff, the best way and the way I do it, let me know. But I understand that everyone's at their own different stage with this sort of stuff. One other thing I like to do is just a good start is, if possible, just get it out of the house. Because if you add one more step into like actually eating it, then it's a little bit harder. You know, it's not as easily accessible as just walking in your kitchen, right? So try not to have it in your house. Another thing, if you have a bit of a sweet tooth like me, I love raw honey, and make sure it's raw honey, because I can just slap that raw label on there, but you need to make sure that it wasn't heated during the extraction process, because that damages the honey. And so mine, the one I get on the jar, it says cold extracted. So boom, beautiful. So now we've got a good start on how to actually make this change, right? We've got the goal, not eating sugar. We've got the system that's going to get us to that goal, the steps needed, right? We've got the just get it out of the house. We've got the substituting with the healthy options that's going to keep us full, and it's going to keep us satiated and give us all the nutrients our body actually craves for. And then your brain's going to slowly train itself. Like, for some reason, that addiction just makes it think about the sugar stuff, you know, just a part of the addiction, I guess. Or they just, you know, it's by design or whatever. And then, yeah, with the honey as well, yeah, it's good, you know. And you don't have to go cold turkey. Just reduce it over time. That's why on the channel I've made like 100 videos on journaling as well, to keep up to date, to take it day by day. But yeah, that's how you can actually beat sugar addiction. And I'd like to get into a little bit about journaling and how that can actually help with beating addictions. You're able to take it day by day. It just kind of trains your brain to take action. When you write something down and you draw a box and you want to tick it off, you've got tasks you want to complete, it trains your brain to not only just take action, but also keep up to date and just see your progress, you know what I mean? And you can just physically see a lot easier what you need to do. It makes it a lot easier to organize your day, and that helps me a lot with also dealing with these addictions or whatever I need to get done. So that's a tool that you might be able to utilize in your life that might be able to help you out with this sort of thing. So I hope these tips help. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. We're almost at 400 subscribers, so join the community for more. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. What's up, boys? It's 2025. Brand new year, brand new goals, and a brand new topic which I'll be starting. I'm going to be talking about sugar addiction, because I know for Christmas and New Year's you've been eating those sweets, you've been eating the chocolate, you've been eating the cake. I mean, that's all well and good. That's all well and good. No problems there, but it's a new year now. We can start improving these things. And sugar addiction for me, whoa, forget about it. My favorite lollies is the red snakes, you know, the gummies, but the red ones. The red ones. I don't care about the other flavors. There's like the dark purple one, and then there's like the lighter red one. Both of those, oh, forget about it. I love them. I love snakes. Or, you know, there's chews. I guess there's if you're an Australian you understand what I'm talking about, but these chews are just like these hard lollies wrapped up, and So flavorsome. I've eaten a lot of junk food is what I'm saying. I've indulged quite heavily. Like just eat the whole bag, multiple bags. Even though I don't really look like it, I've had my fair share. More than enough for the rest of my life. But what's helped me with my sugar addiction, which I've beaten, but back then I was quite addicted. It's a problem with nutrition and being satiated, because when you're satiated, you don't have cravings and you don't want to eat more food. So it's about eating more of the right food so you don't eat more of the bad food. The number one food I want you to have and have more of is meat and eggs. That is the surefire way to feel more full for longer and satiated, because meat and eggs have all the nutrients that your body needs. If you don't believe me, enjoy eating your junk food and whatever garbage you're eating. Just, eat your vegetables and try eating vegetables, only vegetables, for a month. You won't make it. You'll be in hospital or something. I don't know. Well, you'll feel like you need hospital. But if you eat only meat, you're fine. So just eat some more meat. I'll get more in depth if you really want. I can go more in depth about like what meat, from what source, how to cook it, and all that sort of stuff. But we'll keep it a basic. Just eat more meat, eat more eggs. That's gonna get rid of those cravings. Your body's gonna get what it needs. Another thing that I do is eating raw honey, because it's very sweet. It scratches that itch, but with raw honey, you don't want it to be heated during extraction. When it's heated above like 36 degrees, it like damages it, like ruins it, the quality of it, or whatever, the nutrition of it, whatever. So some people, they slap the label on their raw honey, but it's not actually raw because they actually heated it to extract it faster or better, more easily. So raw honey, the one I get it says cold extracted on it, and yeah, that's great. I love having honey. You can just have as much as you want, You know what I mean? Like, I don't really have any like actual servings, like, oh, you can only have 1 tablespoon. Like, I just have as much as I want. Like, if I obviously not like the whole jar, but I'm not Winnie the Pooh, but I'm channeling his energy right now. When I'm eating honey, like, yeah, this is like, can't blame him. It's bloody nice. So if you're gonna have something sugary, something with that flavor, oh man, honey's great, because I don't get any crashes from it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. You don't get the sugar high and you don't get the crash afterwards like you would if you eat junk food, lollies, chips, and all that sort of stuff. So that's what works for me. Give it a go and let me know if it works for you. All right. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Join the community. There's also a bunch of courses and programs that can actually help you deal with these addictions, like the journaling course, and I've got the corn addiction course as well, with some coaching if you want some actual personal advice more suitable for what you're going through. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.